Welcome to This Explainer. Today we are decoding the municipal codes of the Mile High City to give you the absolute ultimate practical playbook for getting your dog legally licensed in Denver. Whether you're a brand new resident who just moved in with a new puppy, or a longtime local who, well, maybe let the paperwork slip, we're going to walk through this whole thing step by step.
And to kick things off, get this. An estimated 82% of Denver pets are currently completely unlicensed. That's a massive portion of the city's dog population just flying under the radar. I know a lot of people assume that having a microchip or a rabies tag from the vet is enough, but according to local law, it really isn't.
Now, skipping this seemingly simple bureaucratic step carries some real consequences. For starters, if animal control stops you, you could be staring down a $40 municipal ticket. But honestly, the bigger issue is that it leaves your lost pet without a modern QR code smart tag. These city tags are essentially your dog's rapid return ticket home, and honestly, not having one puts your furry best friend at totally unnecessary risk. Okay, let's look at our agenda for today. We'll cover the Denver Dog Mandate, gathering your required documents, the 3 application methods, breaking down the costs, pit bulls and special cases, and finally, FAQs and pro tips.
Starting right off with Section 1, the Denver Dog Mandate. So here's the deal. Under Chapter 8 of the Denver Revised Municipal Code, if your dog is over 6 months old, you are legally mandated to get this license. And there's a pretty strict timeline here. You've got to secure this license within 30 days of moving into the city, or within 30 days of your puppy turning 6 months old. On the flip side, if your pet is just getting their very first rabies vaccination, you actually only have 5 days from that vet appointment to get licensed. But hey, it isn't just some tags. The city issues you a specialized smart tag. It features a scannable QR code that links straight to a secure profile containing your pet's medical records, dietary restrictions, and all your contact info. It literally turns a basic piece of metal into an active recovery tool.
Moving on to Section 2, gathering your required documents.
Before you start applying, here's exactly what you need to gather up. First and foremost, a current rabies vaccination certificate. And yes, they will definitely check that expiration date. Second, you need proof of spay or neuter, which can just be a signed statement or an invoice from your vet. Denver requires dogs to be altered, so this is absolutely critical. Now, if you're applying for a fee waiver, you'll need a bit more proof. Seniors, 65 and older, need proof of age. And for service dogs, you must include a note declaring the specific task the animal is trained to perform to assist with a disability. Oh, and a quick heads up, emotional support animals, or ESAs, do not qualify as service animals under the specific municipal code, so standard fees are going to apply there.
All right, Section 3, the 3 application methods. Fun fact, Denver actually privatized this process back in 2013 to make things run a bit smoother, partnering with a third-party provider called Pet Data. So you've got 3 distinct pathways to get this done. First is a super convenient online portal via petdata.com where you can just upload scans or photos of your documents right from your couch. Second is traditional snail mail. You can pop paper copies of your certificates and a check into an envelope and mail it straight to Pet Data's processing center down in Irving, Texas. Or third, if you're someone who prefers face-to-face interaction, you can take a quick in-person trip down to the Denver Animal Shelter on West Bayard Avenue.
Now for Section 4, breaking down the costs.
You're probably wondering what this is going to run you, right? Well, it's actually quite affordable. A standard 1-year license is just $15. If you want to sync it up with your dog's 3-year rabies booster, a 3-year license is $40. They even offer a lifetime license for $150, which is valid for the lifetime of the pet while they're in the care of the original owner. What's really fantastic, though, is that seniors 65 and over can get 1 3-year license completely free of charge. And for folks with task-trained service dogs, the license is totally free as well. Just a couple of minor financial details you'll want to keep in mind. If you do use the online Pet Data portal, you'll need to factor in a tiny convenience fee of about $2. It's $1.95 to be exact. Also, if your dog ever loses their physical tag, ordering a replacement online will cost you $6 for processing. But here's a pro tip. Replacement tags are completely free of charge if you just swing by and grab them in person at the Denver Animal Shelter. Moving right along to Section 5, pit bulls and special cases.
So while standard breeds can be licensed online or by mail, pit bulls or pit bull type dogs actually have to be licensed in person at the Denver Animal Shelter. Here's exactly how it works. You have to schedule a 30 to 40-minute in-person breed assessment, which will run you $25. If the staff determines your dog does not have a majority of restricted treats, awesome, you just get a standard license. But if restricted traits are found, you have to obtain a breed-restricted permit. This requires a $30 permit fee on top of the standard $15 license fee. Plus, to get this permit, you've got to prove the dog is microchipped, provide the names and addresses of 2 emergency contacts, and hand over a recent photograph of your dog.
Which brings us to Section 6, FAQs and Pro Tips. Okay, you might be wondering, what if you're just visiting or you live in a neighboring county, but you absolutely love bringing your dog to Denver's amazing off-leash parks on the weekends? Do you still need a Denver license for that? The answer is a resounding yes. The municipal code strictly states that if you use Denver's off-leash parks, you have got to purchase a Denver license regardless of where your primary residence is. This basically helps ensure that the maintenance costs of public pet infrastructure are shared by everybody who uses it. Furthermore, if your pet stays in the city for more than 30 days cumulatively over the course of a year, they are also legally required to have a Denver license. Another fantastic question we see a lot is about that lifetime option we mentioned earlier. Does shelling out $150 for a lifetime license mean you literally never have to think about this administrative process ever again? Well, the crucial point here is that while you won't ever pay a municipal fee again for that pet, you are still required to process free renewals. Why? Because the city needs to ensure your dog has an updated rabies vaccination, which usually happens every 3 years, right? You have to submit those new rabies certificates to keep your pet's smart tag data current and, most importantly, safe. The exact same rule applies to the free senior and service dog licenses. You don't pay a dime, but you absolutely must keep those health records updated with the city. Finally, our conclusion and evergreen disclaimer. We've covered the complete journey today, from understanding the legal mandate and that wild stat about the 82% of folks who are currently non-compliant, to picking your application method and navigating the costs and breed-specific permits. As we wrap up this explainer, please remember that municipal bureaucracies can and do update their rules and fees over time. Always, always verify the latest details, prices, and required documents on the official Denver Animal Shelter or Pet Data websites before you apply. But the most important takeaway today isn't just about avoiding a ticket. It's about safety. That Smart Tag QR code is your pet's fastest ticket home if they ever get lost. So I'll leave you with this question. If your dog somehow slipped their leash today, are you 100% certain their tags would bring them back to you? Make sure you get licensed, get updated, and keep your furry friends safe. Thanks for hanging out and learning with us today.